it gives you this aura around you that people just will gravitate towards, and that's exactly what you want. And in order to do that, all right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Salvador, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to be a more attractive man. Obviously everybody's preferences are going to be different, so this is going to be completely subjective to the person who is perceiving you, I guess. But these are just going to be some general guidelines and tips of things that you can look at in yourself and improve, and just, keep in check in order to optimize the potential that you have to be attractive to another person and attract a potential partner or whatever. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, let's get right into it. The main thing that I want to address before we actually get started in the things you can do is to make the most out of what you have. You are only given one body and you are not anybody else. So it's important not to treat things as if you can be somebody else. Yeah, people are over here getting plastic surgery to try and look like Kim K or whatever. Like, yeah, you can do that, which in my opinion, I don't think you really need to be doing unless you have to. However, there are things you can do to improve on yourself, and it's important to focus on what you can control, which is the things that you can do to become more attractive, and not focus on the things you can't control. Like, I wish I had a naturally smaller nose. I wish I had a smaller forehead. Like, if you have those things, it just is what it is, and that's okay. But you need to focus on what you can control, not what you can't. You need to see this rather than looking at it as a problem or an obstacle, to focus on becoming more attractive as a challenge or something that you can work on or work towards to become a better version of yourself. So just think of it like that, rather than just moping and being sad that you're not better than you are right now. You can become better. Maybe you can't be somebody else, but that's not what this is about. This is about becoming the better version of yourself. So the first thing I have for y'all to focus on is going to be taking better care and focusing more on your hygiene. This is something that everybody picks up on and pays attention to, and it's one of the really tiny things that a lot of people really don't think about that really affects and impacts how attractive you think someone else is or how someone else thinks you are. It's when you walk past somebody, if you smell that they have really strong BO, the first thing you're going to be thinking is, oh, like, why do they smell like that or whatever? Unless maybe you're like in a gym, but still, like, hygiene is a little tiny detail. Like, there's a bunch of different things that go into it that a lot of people pay attention to, but maybe don't specifically intentionally recognize. But it is universally something that everybody picks up on. If someone has a really bad breath or they stink really bad, that's something that you pick up on, and is definitely something that you can improve to become more attractive. Obviously, brushing your teeth, making sure that you're brushing your teeth is going to be important. And another one that a lot of people seem to not do as men is take good care of their facial hair. Not just their facial hair, like their beards and stuff like that, but their eyebrows. A lot of men they don't want to touch their eyebrows because they think it's gay. It's like, you don't have to go to a place to get your eyebrows professionally done and get them waxed all super thin or anything. And I know, because I have, like, doing my eyebrows, I've gotten my eyebrows done and they've done them really thin and it doesn't look good. It's equally as bad as not doing them at all if you get them super thin or whatever, unless that's something you like. But getting your eyebrows done and just taking care of them, cleaning them up, helps a lot. Literally just getting tweezers and plucking your unibrow. That's all you have to do. Pluck your unibrow, clean up a little bit underneath, and just let your natural eyebrow shape be there, and that's perfectly fine. But taking good care of your eyebrows and not having some huge unibrow, unless that's what you're into, is definitely helpful. It makes you look a little bit more clean and like you take good care of yourself. And for facial hair, even though I haven't shaved in a while and I'm looking a little scruffy, if you are shaving your face and you have a beard, then one thing that you can do is just right wherever you look forward, bring your finger back right here, and anything below that, that's all you need to shave. And then make sure that if you have like a beard or facial hair, leaving the hair right here around your jawline area really helps, because it gives more shape and definition to your jawline. So another really big thing that you can do is going to be getting a signature cologne for you that smells good, that you like and enjoy, and wearing that very frequently. If not every day, just, as much as you can or as much as you want. But wearing that cologne all the time is going to, when people pass you and they can smell you, and you've taken a shower, you smell clean, you look like you take care of yourself, you smell good, that just makes people that much more attracted to you, versus somebody that doesn't really care about all those little tiny things. And maybe people aren't like disgusted by them or anything, but there's nothing that inherently draws them to you. Versus if you look really clean, you look like you take care of yourself, your skin looks like it's glowing, your eyebrows look on point, your facial hair looks on point, you smell good. Like, people are going to notice those things all when you combine all those different factors. And having a specifically distinct cologne besides the one that every dude uses, like not like Axe or something like that. Please, for the love of God, do not use Axe. But if you have a signature cologne that sets you apart from every other dude, it's going to make you a little bit more distinct. And when someone smells that, it'll probably make them think more of you rather than every single other dude. But having a signature cologne and just one that you wear very frequently is going to be important, because it gives off a good impression, because people like good smells. So you smelling good is going to leave a good impression on them. Okay, so I guess I must have left this out on accident, because I think I messed up in the middle of me recording the clip with this, which was with the hygiene portion. And this is a really important part, which is taking good care of your skin, and not only the skin on your face, but on your arms and legs and everything like that too, on the rest of your body. It's super important. And a lot of guys, they don't want to touch their skin on their face. Like, they don't care. Either they don't care, or they think it's like gay too. And even if you are gay, like, dude, who cares? Like, you're just taking care of yourself. It's not bad to take care of your skin. It's important. And if you got the choice to either have acne or not have acne, like 99.9% of people would choose not to have acne if they have the choice. So if you have the choice to do that, then you can make the choice to wash your face. That's all it takes. Get a good facial moisturizer that's non-scented and isn't oily, and then get a good face wash to use at least at night. And if you really want to use something so that you don't dry out your skin too much and really want to go into it, get like a moisturizing face wash that just washes off your face and isn't like super harsh on your skin. I'll show you the one that I use. It's called Panoxyl. I'll put it up on screen. That's the one I use at night. I use a facial moisturizing face wash just to cleanse my face off, not kill acne, just to clean my face off right in the morning, and then use that facial moisturizer before and after I wash my face. That's all you got to do. And even if you don't want to use a facial moisturizer, just wash your face. That's all you got to do, and it'll help clear up extra acne. You're probably still going to have some acne, but yeah, just do that. And then after you take a shower, put on some lotion. It also helps your cologne stick to your skin better, and it makes your scent last longer. It doesn't have to be a scented, preferably unscented or like cocoa butter scented lotion, but put that on right after you get out of the shower, because that body wash does dry out your skin a lot of times, and it'll make your skin look more healthy and youthful, and it gives you a good glow and like lively look to you. It looks like you take care of yourself, so make sure that you are taking good care of your skin on your face and on your body. So the next thing is going to be working out. So this is going to be subjective, because some people don't want someone who looks super lean or super athletic or super muscular, which is fine, because that's not what your objective has to be. But it's rather about having an able body, having a more physically able body, if that makes sense. It's better to have something in your arsenal and never have to use it, rather than being caught without it when you would need it, or when it would be helpful to you, if that makes sense. It's better to be able to have, grown your muscles enough to a reasonable size to where you fill out your t-shirt, you look slightly muscular, if not very, and you have that muscle definition. It's better to have that and have somebody that prefers you be at a higher body fat percentage and be able to cover it up with fat, than to be with someone who prefers somebody who's a little bit more lean and athletic looking, and you not even have the muscle underneath to be able to do that. So that's the way that I kind of like to think about it. I'm not saying here that you need to be really, really big and muscular and swole, but being able to fill out a t-shirt in your arms and your legs, fill out your pants, not look like you got super scrawny arms and legs and a whole body, being able to have a little bit of a wider back and everything like that, it makes you look like more of a man in a way. Even though, what a man really looks like is completely subjective, I think personally that at least filling in your body and your frame a little bit more like intentionally rather than just naturally, that it does enhance your look. When you have a naturally bigger arms and stuff like that, that's one thing, versus having like your muscular arms because you work out. You're gonna have more shape and tone and definition, and being able to have like a sculpted body is going to be more attractive to people naturally. Not every single person, but more frequently than not, having a shape to your body is going to enhance your perceived attractiveness, if that makes sense. So just working out more, learning to lift weights, have your protein, be a little bit more athletic, maybe go on runs, do some cardio. I don't do a ton of cardio even. I do whenever I'm cutting weight, but just being able to lift weights, fill out your frame more, and if you are higher body fat percentage, losing and lowering your body fat percentage can greatly increase your attractiveness, and especially the lowering body fat percentage if you're at a higher body fat percentage, because it'll show your facial features more, it'll show your jawline more, it'll make your face look more, alive, and like you take care of yourself. And that's just a really good way to slightly enhance your attractiveness, because again, there's a lot of guys out there who really don't think they're that attractive, and it's not even that. It's just that they don't have a lot of muscle and they're at a higher body fat percentage, which hides their facial features. And you can look so much more attractive with a slightly lower body fat percentage, even if you're not super lean. You don't need to have a sunken in eyes and a super chiseled like face, but if you do lower your body fat percentage slightly, it can greatly enhance how attractive you look. The third thing that I have for y'all that I don't have a ton to say about is just going to be finding your own style. This is pretty just self-explanatory, just finding your own niche or niche, whatever you want to call it, of how you dress and the way that you hold yourself. That's going to be completely individualized, and there's no one way that you should do it. I'm not claiming to be some fashion icon or guru, because I'm definitely not, but being able to have your own individual sense of style, and if you want to call it fashion, is going to be very helpful and important, because it'll help you be a little bit more individualized rather than be just like everyone else. People are usually drawn to somebody who's maybe not like super crazy distinct. Some people are attracted to that, but even being slightly more distinct than everyone else and not looking like everyone else will make people more drawn to you, because it's something that stands out. And especially the fact that if you tend to have a style and start wearing a style that you really like and enjoy yourself truly, rather than wearing a style or having a kind of style that you kind of wear or have in order to appease the crowd, or that you think other people are going to like even though you don't really like it. When you do that, it'll help you attract and draw people in that like you for the stuff that you like, rather than liking you for the stuff that you don't really care about. If you attract someone because of the way that you look and you don't even really like the way that you're dressing and stuff like that, you just think it'll attract people, yeah, that's cool. But having somebody really like the way that you look and act and your kind of style, having people like that about you when you really are that and you really like that, is going to make the connection that much better, and it'll make the attraction seem a lot more legitimate, and it's going to draw on the people that you really want, rather than just people who really like something that you don't really care for, if that makes sense. But finding your own style is going to be very helpful, help you make a little bit more, be a little bit more distinct and individualized rather than just like the crowd, and it'll attract people that are more similar in your taste and stuff like that. So the last thing, and I cannot stress this enough, number 4 is going to be yourself. Do not, I repeat, do not pretend to be somebody that you're not. I've seen this so much from outside perspective, and it is the most cringy, awful thing to see. When you see somebody that's like, they're more like timid, they're more to themselves or stuff like that, them trying to attract people and draw them in because they want people to care about them, they want people to like them, they want to be likable, them being like overly like over the top, trying to be funny and trying to be like attractive and stuff like that, and like seeing somebody be fake and something they're not is just, no, don't do that. It's one thing if you're antisocial and you don't really like talking to people, trying to talk to people to get better at that. That's not pretending to be someone you're not. That's just trying to better yourself and be better at something that you're not that good at. That's perfectly fine. But pretending to be somebody that you're not and acting like somebody else, trying to mimic some other behavior from the outside in order to get some kind of outside reaction or whatever, try and get people to like you, that's just, don't do that, because it just comes off as fake, and people can sense that. Unless someone is completely oblivious, it's really going to come off as fake, and that's not a really good way to attract people. Someone is going to be much more attractive to an introverted, shy person that is being themselves, much more than they would if that same person, that same introverted, shy person, was trying to be super loud and outgoing and over the top, like trying to be somebody else, like mimic like another person, because it seems fake. It's different when someone is their own person, because everybody is different. Everyone is individual. It's better to be yourself rather than to try and be someone else that you think is going to cause another person to like. That can cause an identity crisis too eventually, because then in order to keep up with this facade, if you attract someone, you're going to keep having to act a certain way that isn't really you, and you're going to start to have two different selves almost, because you'll have your actual self and then this facade that you're putting up in order to make other people attracted to you or make other people like you. You don't want to do that because it's not really you, and the more that you are yourself, it puts you in this flow state. It's really hard to describe, but when you can really truly be yourself and talk about the things that you like, interact with people the way that you do best, like having that ability is going to put you in this flow state that allows you to be the best version of yourself in the most attractive way possible, if that makes sense. When you see somebody that's just naturally outgoing or charismatic when you're talking to them and it doesn't look like they're trying at all, it looks like effortless, that's because they're being their self most likely. They're not pretending to be someone they're not. Every person isn't going to be super charismatic and stuff like that, but it's going to seem that much more attractive to somebody when you're being yourself rather than being somebody else or trying to mimic someone else that you're not. You want to just be yourself, even if that's more shy and reserved, and talking to people in the way that you want to talk to them, even hopefully not in a rude way that's going to put them off of you, but just being able to do that is going to make people that much more attracted to you, regardless of if you're introverted, you're extroverted, whatever. People are going to be more attracted to you when you're being yourself. You simply cannot make every single person like you. It's just not possible. I don't care who you are. There's someone in the world that doesn't think you're attractive. It does not matter. That just like that, you can't be unattractive to every single person in the world. There is somebody out there who will be and is attracted to you. That's just a simple fact, and that's a good thing to know, because it's like you don't want to try and make everybody attracted to you. It's just not going to happen. That's setting yourself up for failure. And just like that, you don't want to think nobody's attracted to me, because I'm sure somebody is. And the more and more you work on yourself and becoming attractive, the more people that you will attract. So again, what you want to do is to learn more about yourself, learn about your own interests, the things that you like, learn about your style, learn about just all the different things about yourself, how you are, who you are, and don't pretend to be somebody you're not. If you're not super social, don't pretend to be someone that's super social. But have these good quality connections with people, and surround yourself with people who enjoy you for who you really are rather than somebody that you're not, because it will cause you to not like the real you, the real self, because your real self is going to feel rejected because of the fact that you are having to pretend to be this other person in order to get others to like you, and you're going to feel that you need to be that when that's not really you, and it's going to cause deep down issues that you really don't want to cause. But again, really, truly, you want to learn to be yourself. It's going to be hard to accept that if you don't really think you like yourself, or you think people aren't really attracted to who you are. But I promise, if you start increasing and growing in all these other ways, people will start to see you become a better and more attractive version of yourself. And when you do that, that starts to give you the confidence to be yourself even more. And that will put you again in this flow state of, I can do this. I have the confidence. I'm able to get people to like me, even though it's not a manipulation game. It's people really do like me for who I am, and I don't have to pretend to be somebody else that I'm not. So increasing and growing in all these different ways that I'm explaining, and just tweaking all these little minor things, can allow you to become the best version of yourself. And when you become your best version of yourself, it's like you're glowing. It's like people can recognize and people can see that, and people are drawn to you. People will be attracted to you, and that's something that you want. It's something that's unspoken. It's not unspoken, Riz. Don't say that. But if you will, that's what it is. It gives you this aura around you that people just will gravitate towards, and that's exactly what you want. And in order to do that, you need to stay true to yourself. I don't care how good you are at making people like you. The more that you are yourself, your genuine self, and find people that are attracted to that, the more you will become confident in yourself, and the more you will have the ability to make yourself be perceived as even more attractive to other people. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope this was helpful to you and that you can use these things and utilize them in your own life to become the best attractive person for others and for yourself, and that this feeds you in any way possible. So be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, press the notification bell. In the description below, I have my free hypertrophy workout program for both men and women. So if you want to click that, let me know if you get any results out of that on Instagram. I'll have my socials up on screen, and be sure to use code monkey at checkout on raw nutrition supplements. So it's going to be getrawnutrition.com. Use code monkey, MONKY, at checkout for 10% discount. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.